Section 1. Listening Comprehension. In this section of the test, you will have an opportunity to demonstrate your ability to understand conversations and talks in English. There are 3 parts to this section, with special directions for each part. Answer all the questions on the basis of what is stated or implied by the speakers in this test. Do not take notes or write in your test book at any time. Do not turn the pages until you are told to do so. Part A. Directions. In Part A, you will hear short conversations between 2 people. After each conversation, you will hear a question about the conversation. The conversations and questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Here is an example. On the recording, you hear,
"I don't like this painting very much."
Neither do I.
"What does the man mean?" In your test book, you read, A. He does not like the painting either. B. He does not know how to paint. C. He does not have any paintings. D. He does not know what to do. You learn from the conversation that neither the man nor the woman likes the painting. The best answer to the question, "What does the man mean?" is A. He does not like the painting either. Therefore, the correct choice is A. Go on to the next page. Now we will begin Part A with the first conversation.
Number 1.
Oh, no. Where's my wallet?
Is it in your pocket?
No, it's not.
Look under your desk.
What does the woman suggest the man do? Number 2.
Well, what do you want, Steve?
I want a salad and some fruit.
You always eat salad and fruit for lunch.
I know, but I like it.
What does the man imply? Number 3.
I hate it when people take their dogs to a park and let them make messes all over the place.
You know what bothers me? I hate it when they go out and leave their dogs at home, barking all day.
What does the man mean? Number 4.
What's wrong, Shelley?
I sent a close friend a birthday present 2 months ago, and she's never thanked me for it.
Why don't you just email her and find out?
Why didn't I think of that? I'll do it tonight.
What does the woman imply she will do? Number 5.
There's something wrong with this printer.
Really? The cartridge might have run out.
Oh yeah, that's a point. I'll have a look.
What does the woman suggest the man do? Number 6.
Designing clothes is not a man's job. Women are much more fascinated by fashion.
Not so. Many great clothing designers are men. Just look at Calvin Klein.
What does the man mean? Number 7.
You know, Anna, I think you need to join a carpool. Carpool? What's that?
It's a group of people who ride to work together in one car.
Oh, right. That's a good idea.
What does the man suggest the woman do? Number 8.
How do you get to work, Greg?
Actually, I don't have a job.
Oh, then do you go to school?
Yes, I take classes downtown. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I take the bus to school.
What does the man mean? Number 9.
Well, my father wants me to be the manager.
And you don't want to?
No way. Well, I think I could be a good teacher. I like working with kids and I'm pretty patient.
That's true.
What does the woman mean? Number 10.
I'd enjoy working with animals. I think being a veterinarian would be rewarding.
I'm not so sure. Animals can be very unpredictable. Getting bitten by a dog would be scary.
What does the man mean? Number 11.
I'm working on this crossword puzzle.
What clue are you working on?
Began in 1896. It starts with an O.
It's the Olympics.
The Olympics has only been around since 1896?
Well, yes. The modern Olympics.
What does the woman mean? Number 12.
A few years ago, not many people lived here, but the population is growing so fast these days.
Yeah, it seems like there's a construction site on every corner.
What can be inferred from the conversation? Number 13.
I got into the company I auditioned for.
Really? That's fantastic. But I thought you auditioned and didn't make it.
What can be inferred from the conversation? Number 14.
What do you need for the kitchen?
Well, there's a refrigerator and a stove, but there's no microwave oven.
What does the woman imply? Number 15.
Have you ever eaten snails?
Yes, I have. I had them here just last week.
Did you like them?
Yes, I did. They were delicious. Why don't you try some?
No, I don't think so.
What does the man imply? Number 16.
I did something wrong, but I still don't know what I should have done.
What happened?
Well, my English teacher has a rule about cell phones. At the beginning of class, she always reminds us to switch them off.
I don't blame her. Cell phones shouldn't be allowed in classrooms.
What does the man mean? Number 17.
When I was a kid, I was really into books. I used to read all the time.
What kinds of books?
Well, I remember I used to read comic books a lot. and I loved reading mysteries.
What does the woman imply? Number 18.
In Italy, a friend or family member often brings a pair of white doves to the wedding. After the ceremony, the cage is opened and the doves fly into the air. The birds symbolize the couple's love and happiness.
That is romantic.
What does the woman mean? Number 19.
What are your plans for the summer, Paul?
Oh, I'd love to go and lie on a beach somewhere, but I need to save some money for school.
What will the man probably do? Number 20.
It really upsets me when store clerks are rude.
Yeah, I can't stand it when store clerks give you the hard sell and try to get you to buy something you don't really want.
What does the man mean? Number 21.
What are you doing, Steve?
I'm cooking.
Why are you cooking now? It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I'm really hungry.
What are you making?
Pizza.
Pizza. Now I'm getting hungry. Let's eat.
What can be inferred from the conversation? Number 22.
I would love to fly all the time. Being a flight attendant sounds exciting.
I don't think so. Flight attendants get tired of traveling. They have to be away from their families all the time.
What does the man mean? Number 23.
Did you see what's being offered this summer? I'm thinking about registering for a class.
Yeah, I've already registered. I'm taking astronomy. Hey, why don't you join me, Sally? It'll be fun.
What does the man suggest the woman do? Number 24.
Last month, I decided I wanted to take a class at the community center. I feel like I've learned how to relax by painting.
You're not bad, you know.
What can be inferred from the conversation? Number 25.
Have you planned anything for the summer, Brenda?
Yeah, I'm going to Mexico to visit my sister. She's working in Guadalajara. She says it's really interesting there, so I want to see what it's like. I'm really looking forward to it.
What does the woman mean? Number 26.
Do you live near here, Rich?
Yes, I live downtown.
Do you live alone?
No, I live with my brother. We have an apartment together.
What does the man mean? Number 27.
I can't stand it when they turn up the volume on TV commercials. They're so loud. Why do they do that?
Yeah, that is annoying. But it bothers me more when they interrupt a ball game at the most exciting moment to show some stupid commercial.
What can be inferred from the conversation? Number 28.
I love old houses. I like that they have a past, a history of every family that lived there.
But Marcia, if you buy an old house, you may have to make a lot of repairs to it.
What does the man mean? Number 29.
Where's Mike?
Mike? I don't know him.
He's my friend from school. He's a little quiet.
Oh, is he serious?
Actually, no, he's not. He's very funny.
What does the man imply? Number 30.
It seems to me that there should be a limit on the number of cars and lorries. The situation is getting out of control.
I couldn't agree more. The government should definitely do something.
What does the woman imply?
Now read along with me as I read the directions for Part B. Remember, you should not read ahead or turn the pages while the directions for this part are being read. Part B. Directions. In this part of the test, you will hear longer conversations. After each conversation, you will hear several questions. The conversations and questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Remember, you are not allowed to take notes or write in your test book. Now we will begin Part B with the first conversation. Questions 31 through 34. Listen to a conversation between 2 friends who are making plans.
Do you have any plans this weekend?
There's so much to choose from on campus that I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
The football game's on Saturday night, and I'm going with a group of friends. Do you want to go with us?
Of course I'd like to go to the football game. It's the biggest game of the season, and it sounds like fun to go with a large group of people.
Good. We'll be meeting at the cafeteria for dinner at 6 o'clock on Saturday night, and then we'll go on to the game together.
That takes care of my plans for Saturday night. But now I need to make a decision about Sunday afternoon. The music department is sponsoring a concert then, and I'd really like to hear that concert. But there's also a play being presented by the drama department that I really wanted to see. It's too bad those 2 events are at the same time.
You know, if you go to the game on Saturday night and a concert or play on Sunday, that doesn't leave much time for studying.
Ah, well. Maybe I can do that the weekend after this one.
Number 31. What is the woman planning to do Saturday? Number 32. Why does the man want to go to the football game? Number 33. What is at the same time as the music department's concert? Number 34. When does the man plan to study? Questions 35 through 38. Listen to a conversation between a man and a woman.
Have you ever thought about all the tons of garbage that's out in space circling the Earth?
Tons of garbage circling the Earth? What do you mean?
I saw a television program about it last night, and according to the program, there's about 3,000 tons of metal out there in space, traveling at speeds around 17,000 miles per hour.
Where did all this garbage come from?
Well, it comes from all those space missions that have gone up since 1957. Every time a rocket ship goes up into space, it leaves a lot behind, and this stuff goes into orbit around the Earth. Booster rockets, solar panels, remnants of satellites, and even nuclear reactors.
Isn't it dangerous to have all this stuff out there?
Some space scientists are worried about possible collisions between this orbiting junk and spaceships, particularly manned spacecrafts. However, so far there hasn't been any such accidents.
Well, I hope that they're going to do something about this, both for the sake of safety and for the sake of the environment.
Me too. I know that right now the problem is being studied by numerous scientists. Hopefully, they'll be able to find solutions before the problem gets too much worse.
Number 35. What are the man and woman discussing? Number 36. Where did the woman learn about this problem? Number 37. Approximately how much metal is in orbit in space? Number 38. What does the woman hope will happen? This is the end of Part B. Go on to the next page. Now we will begin Part C with the first talk. Questions 39 through 42. Listen to a talk by a tour guide in the Everglades National Park.
Today we're going to be taking a tram tour through part of the Everglades National Park. Quite probably we'll be seeing a number of crocodiles sunning themselves by the side of the water, or poking their heads up through the water. Needless to say, we will not be getting off the tram at any time until we leave the area because of the danger posed by the crocodiles. By the way, you've probably heard of the expression, crying crocodile tears. It is common to say that someone is crying crocodile tears when he or she is pretending to be sad or full of regret. Crocodiles always appear to have tears in their eyes, but they are not crying because of sadness or even pretended sadness. Instead, a crocodile uses its tear ducts to get rid of extra salt from its body. A crocodile does not sweat the same way that humans do and must get rid of extra salt through tears. So if you see a crying crocodile, do not think that it's feeling sad. It is basically sweating through its eyes. Look, over there on the right. There are two large crocodiles on the water's edge, right next to the fallen trees. You can get out your cameras and take pictures from here on the tram, but no, you cannot get off the tram to get any closer.
Number 39. Where does this talk take place? Number 40. What does the expression crying crocodile tears mean when it is used to describe humans? Number 41. Why do crocodiles have tears in their eyes? Number 42. What does the tour guide recommend? Questions 43 through 46. Listen to the following lecture by a university professor.
Please take your seats now because I would like to begin today's lecture. Today, we will be discussing one of the more elegant and distinct forms of 19th century transportation, the clipper ship. Clipper ships of the 19th century were the graceful, multi-sailed, ocean-going vessels that were designed for maximum speed. They were given the name clipper ship in reference to the fact that they clipped along at such a fast rate of speed. Clipper ships were constructed with a large number of sails in order to maximize their speed. They often had 6 to 8 sails on each of the masts, and ships commonly had 3 and perhaps 4 masts. The speeds that they achieved were unbelievably fast for the era. Clipper ships could, for example, accomplish the amazing feat of traveling from New York to San Francisco in less than 100 days. Clipper ships first came into use in the United States in the 1840s. They were originally intended to make the trip from New York around the tip of South America and on to China in order to transport tea to the United States. Once gold was discovered in California in 1848, clipper ships were immediately put into use to carry large numbers of gold prospectors and large amounts of mining supplies from the East Coast to California. With the success of the American clipper ships, the British began their own fleet of clipper ships to transport goods from the far reaches of the British Empire. That's all for today's class. Don't forget that there's a written assignment due on Friday.
Number 43. In which course would this lecture most probably be given? Number 44. What is the most likely meaning of the expression, to clip along? Number 45. What were clipper ships first used for in the United States? Number 46. What does the professor remind the students about? Questions 47 through 50. Listen to the following talk by a drama coach to a group of actors.
I know that some of you are feeling more than a little nervous about tonight's performance. And I want you to understand that this is quite a natural feeling. You are going to be on stage in front of a lot of people tonight, and it's normal to be experiencing some nerves. I would like to help you to understand these feelings and not let them interfere with your performance. What you are experiencing is called stage fright. Stage fright is the fear that develops before you give a performance in front of an audience. Stage fright is not experienced just by actors and actresses. It can also be experienced by musicians, athletes, teachers, anyone who performs in front of a group of people. It occurs before a performance when a performer is concerned about looking foolish in front of others. Just before tonight's performance, if you're feeling a bit tense, if your knees are shaking, if your stomach has butterflies in it, and if you are thinking about how bad your performance could be, then you have a major case of stage fright. To control stage fright, you can work to control both the physical reactions and the negative thoughts. To combat the physical reactions, you can try techniques such as deep breathing, muscle relaxation, or even just laughing to relieve some of the pressure. To combat the negative thoughts, you should force yourself to focus on what you have to do, rather than on what other people are going to think. That's all I have to say for now. I'll see you back here at 6 o'clock, because the performance starts at 8 o'clock. Just remember that if you begin to feel at all nervous, try some deep breathing to relax and focus your thoughts on the performance that you are about to give. See you this evening.
Number 47. Who would probably not experience stage fright in their work? Number 48. What physical reaction might someone who is experiencing stage fright commonly have? Number 49. How can someone combat the negative thoughts associated with stage fright? Number 50. When should the actors arrive at the theater? This is the end of Section 1. Stop work on Section 1. Turn off your cassette player.